And knowing what just happened, I'm pretty sure it's the guy that was texting me. So it kind of pisses me off knowing that it's possibly him. But to know that, and to let's be real, something should have went in their head knowing that I really haven't lost in this franchise. That you're about to sim a game and I lost. Mind you, a couple people texted me privately in the Discord like, damn, Raiders, you lost to that guy. YouTube, what's good with y'all boys? It's your boy EZG the King, back to y'all with another video. And today we got something very new to the channel. Right here we got the all-time Miami Dolphins theme team / franchise. Now with this, it was kind of very quick. How can I say it? It was basically right after that game I made the decision to join. Well, not necessarily the decision, but y'all were supposed to get this video pretty late on the timeline compared to now. But the reasoning on why y'all guys are getting this very early is because of what just happened while this game was happening. And I gotta address this because, again, the guy that he knows who he knows what I'm talking about. There's no reason to throw no name out there, but it's getting addressed because he know what he said, he know what he did, and not necessarily did, but he know what's up. But yeah, this gotta get addressed because I ain't just gonna let it steamroll like that for one day. I'm gonna make this clear. I'm gonna make this very much known. Y'all probably not going to get too much live feed from this game, depending on how long this vid is. Again, I don't know, but yeah, this game recently just happened like a couple hours ago. But I'm deciding to do the voiceover now and, you know, talk because the live feed was going crazy. Because to be real, y'all probably not going to see a focus me until like a good, like, a couple minutes in the third quarter, fourth quarter. Because the first two quarters, it was just me going back and forth. Even though I was going back and forth the whole game, I kind of chilled on it and, like, focused in third or fourth quarter. So, yeah, but, this is how it happened. I'm in the Raiders franchise, getting ready to play my game. It's kind of a couple weeks down the road, so again, y'all probably not gonna see that video for a while again, because I am pretty ahead with the vids. I just haven't posted them yet, but I am pretty ahead in that season. So as the 49ers season, and there's a couple other stuff that was supposed to come out that y'all haven't seen yet. But again, this had to get addressed. But we end up playing that game, finishing that game. And then some of the boys in the party was telling me like, yo, remember to join the franchise, aka this franchise, to, you know, join it. End up texting this commissioner like if the spot was open for the Dolphins, because I wanted to pick the Dolphins. And he told me like to go to the thing to see who team was available, this and that. Mind you, I joined late on purpose for the very reason of, because previously in the other chats, it was more like, oh, he's only winning because he got an escape artist quarterback, this, that, and the third. So in my head, it was like, I wanted to pick Miami. I'm from Miami. Let's do this. I'm going to do a Dolphins thing. I wanted to do something with the Dolphins. But then I seen Carolina was open. So in my head, it's like, why not pick Carolina? So in my head, a small thought was like, damn, Cam probably not going to get the abilities that I want him to get. Because mind you, I haven't looked at the teams while I'm thinking this process through just yet. Like, the game was just finishing, so I haven't looked at the teams yet. So then I end up looking at, you know, the team. Miami was still available, but I'm end up looking at Carolina. So in my head, it's like, I'm reading the rules, and the rules don't say anything about throwing releases. I don't know if they can get changed. I don't know if they can't, because I know in most of the leagues, with these two guys being the commissioners that they were in or that they're in, you can't change the release. As far as that I know, you can't change the release for those leagues. So with me trying to figure that out, like who to pick, in my head, knowing that Dan Marino has Aaron Rodgers' release by playing mud, and by using him and by playing against him in mud, in my head is like, okay, the clear cut is Dan Marino, just to be on the safe side, just in case Cam doesn't get a good release. So in my head is like, go get Dan and go use the Dolphins. So I go look at the Dolphins team and I realize they're missing some key pieces on their team. I see they're lacking receivers. There's only like 4 to 5 receiver spots on the roster. I look at the running backs. They only have really like 2 running backs that I know of. They're missing some key defensive players, so I end up texting them and I asked them, yo, how does this all-time team thing work? Like, what happens with people who played on multiple theme teams? He said he duplicates them. So in my head, I'm like, okay, they duplicate, so I'm just going to grab who I want for the Dolphins theme team. So I named a couple players. I named, and I also told him to change some stuff about certain players, because as I'm looking at the teams, like, okay, some of these stats ain't right for the couple players, not necessarily like attributes, more like height and weight, because I wanted to change some stuff with certain positions, but I'll get into it later. I named, who's the people I named? I named Chris Carter, Chad Ochocinco, Wells Welker, Reggie Bush, Ndamukong Suh, Troy Vincent, Aqib Talib, and that's all that I remember that I asked him to give me. I only got a couple of those guys, and I didn't have a problem with it. Mind you, I'm not expecting all these guys that I'm naming to be high in overall. That's not what I was expecting. I just wanted them to be on the team, because, you know, me being from Miami, me knowing that certain players that's on the Dolphins team, I know that these guys were on the team. And then we were getting in this thing where he's saying certain people ain't popping up, and I'm like, bro, they played for the Dolphins. But, you know, I'm not making a big deal of it. So in my head, it's like, okay, certain players there, certain players not. Then with it being like that, in my head, it's like, okay, I just want them to be on the team. They weren't really going to play a big role in my head, other than the 2 players I know that were high in Miami when they were there, was Ndamukong Suh and Reggie Bush. Those were the guys that I named that I know that were very good when they were there, or they were decent in the sense of high overall. I believe I didn't get Reggie. I got Ndamukong Suh, I got Chad Johnson, I got Troy Vincent, and I got Aqib Talib. Mind you, he told me all these guys weren't going to be high to begin with, because he gave me a 91 Aqib Talib. So I'm like, okay, so these guys are not going to be like stellar. They're not going to be OD. Like, they're not. Aqib Talib's not going to be prime Aqib Talib. He's not going to be Denver or Tampa, New England Aqib Talib. He's going to be okay Aqib Talib. But that wasn't a problem. I just really wanted them on the team. It wasn't necessarily a thing like, okay, they have to be the best of the best. So, with knowing that, I end up going to the team, picking the Dolphins, looking at the thing. He told me that we can sign. I asked him, matter of fact, if we can sign free agents. He said yes. So, in my head, it's like, with signing free agents, you could just give me the players that I asked for and put them on the team. It's not a big deal. Just change their name and put some extra stuff on them, and it's cool. He ends up doing that. Well, yeah, he ends up doing that, but I didn't get everybody, like I said from before. And I believe I went back on 2K to my team to do what I was doing. And right when I did what he told me to do, right before I got off the Discord, I asked him to make sure that Aaron Rodgers releases on Dan Marino, and that it's okay that, his release is what it is. Mind you, I never asked him if you can change releases. I just saying, because I know this is not y'all roster, he probably won't have that release, but I made sure right before the next game is tomorrow to ask him to put Dan Marino's release on him. He said okay. So when he said okay, he said he did everything. So I'm thinking he also did that. So, okay, we're going to go into the game tomorrow and everything's going to be straight. So this is the next game. So I played the Raiders game around 6 o'clock. I told the guy for this game, the Pats game, that I was probably playing around 8 something because I got the Raiders game. So Raiders game finished. I'm not going to really tell who won or lost because that was a good vid. Y'all going to end up seeing that soon. But we ended up doing that. I told him what was up with that. So then I went from Madden back to 2K for a little do it I had to do on there, and I went to Madden, and I'm in this game. So right before this game, I text the commissioner to make sure it's okay because they have a rule about position change. If I can switch Brandon Marshall to tight end, because there was no point in me having that many receivers and, you know, keeping him like that, knowing how the tight end situation was. So knowing that Brandon Marshall, you know, is pretty tall, he has the height, he has the speed, to put him at tight end, he said it was okay. So I ended up putting Brandon Marshall at tight end. The crazy thing about it is, when I went to my wide receiver lineup, I wasn't thinking to put Chad Johnson at my, 1, 2, or 3 receiver. I was expecting him just to be on the roster. Chad Johnson ended up being my best receiver statistically. The stats-wise, he was undoubtedly, the number 1 receiver on my team. He was, prime Ocho. He gave him good stats. Mind you, I don't get why. But I wasn't complaining. He gave them to me, and we were just about to play, so it's not like I could tell him to switch it back. So then he ended up giving them to me, and I'm like, okay, we good. We get in the game. As y'all see, he went through his first drive, then I went through my drive, and my first throw with Dan in my head is like, this is not Aaron Rodgers' release. So in my head it's like, bruh, I know I told them to, you know, put the release on for Dan Marino, you know, however long ago. I've been told them to do that. They end up, the co-commissioner end up texting in the thing and saying, bro, you keep crabbing about this and that, this, whatever, blah, blah, blah. But mind you, I'm playing the game, so I can't really, text back. So for these first 2 quarters, I'm kind of I'm not really focused in the game. So we end up texting, and, I constantly paused the game. I think I paused the game a little bit earlier while I was playing. But in a sense, I'm not focused. I'm not fully, in the game. I wasn't really in the game until, the 3rd or 4th quarter. So I'm just playing just to play. He ends up saying, that, what did he say? Basically, he said I crab and do this and that and all that other stuff. So in my head, it's like, bruh, there's no way he coming like that quick. Mind you, I didn't at him to respond about the Aaron Rodgers thing. I at the commissioner from the old franchises. The one, I'm pretty sure he's the commissioner in this one too. So I was like, yo, this happened. And he texted it. And I'm like, bro, what's going on? He coming out of nowhere with it. And he ends up texting, and I'm like, it pops up as a notification, and I'm reading it, but I can't see the whole thing. So I got to swipe up on the phone. And, I got to read it, but also I got to play the game. So it's I'm going back and forth from the phone to the game, to the phone to the game. And we playing. As you see, I threw that pick. That was just me not paying attention and, throwing a blind read. But, he ended up doing that, and I'm like, bruh, what's up with you? You straight? So, bruh, what you mean I be tripping? let me say this, because I really gotta say this. For everybody that I play in this franchise, there's only one thing I do. Well, there's really two things. Is one, I talk shit when it is spoken to me first. That is the first thing. And two, the only thing I talk about, I don't read the chat. The only time I talk in the chat is when my name is mentioned. Other than that, I do not talk in the chat. So it's either I talk to them when I'm in the chat, or when my name is mentioned, when they at me and they speaking. So when they do that, it's like, bro, I'm not gonna let nobody talk down on my name. I'm gonna talk back. So, we gonna talk shit. We gonna talk shit. And it's happened with every game we've had. It's like, bomb. They advanced the week. Second of the week advanced. I text buddy, I gotta play. I say, what time? Mind you, I always ask them what time. I never play on my time. I always ask them, so it's no excuses. So whenever we play, we play. He ends up sending the text, and they give me the time. Now, if you give me a time and you're not ready when you tell me the time you wanted to play, I'm gonna be pissed, because now it's like, you wasting my time. So I'm already coming in the game pissed off. That's what kind of happened with this game too. He told me at 8 and he ended up coming late. So now I'm playing with aggression and I'm already pissed. So I was like, bro, what is you talking about? Like, this is something I've been addressed to y'all. And then first off, it's like, bro, how do you have a Miami Dolphins all-time team and you don't have Ndamukong Suh and Reggie Bush? All the other guys I don't have a problem with. But it's not like I'm the only one saying this. And mind you, I haven't read the chat, so I don't know. But from what I've seen from all the other teams in the franchise, that's not the only team that's missing players. The Miami Dolphins is not the only team that's missing players. That's why I went like that. Because he making it seem like, oh, I'm the only one complaining. And I'm pretty sure I'm not. Because if you don't realize certain people are missing from that team, either one, you don't know that team that well, or two, you're just not good at the game, or you don't pay attention. Because if you click, there's multiple teams from the Seahawks to the Titans to this and that. And then we end up, talking while I'm playing. Mind you, like, the first, second quarter, I'm not paying attention to the game. Like, I'm running random shit. Y'all don't never see me run this formation like that, the way I'm running it. We end up, playing it, and, he's still going at it, and it's pissing me off, because, like, I don't never talk crazy like that. The one time I've talked crazy in this thing is when they gave me a forced loss for something that was been announced that I was supposed to win in the Raiders franchise. Y'all will see that very soon in a couple more episodes with that. But I told them, hey, buddy not even here, so y'all gotta give me the force win. They said they were gonna give me the force win, and they end up not giving me the win. So when I go to the next week for the next game, I'm like, bro, what happened? They gave me the loss. Like, bro, I'm pissed because this was announced. So the commissioner ended up telling me he never simmed that game. So he said he never simmed the game. So in my head, I'm pissed. So I'm thinking it's the co-commissioner. Mind you, I don't know who the co-commissioner is for that league. I never really cared that much to pay attention to it. But the way this game just went and knowing what just happened, I'm pretty sure it's the guy that was texting me. So it kind of pisses me off knowing that it's possibly him. But to know that, and to let's be real, something should have went in their head knowing that I really haven't lost in this franchise. That bomb, you're about to sim a game, and I lost. Mind you, a couple people texted me privately in the Discord like, damn, Raiders, you lost to that guy. Mind you, the guy that we just lost to, he in my division, but he's not that good. Not necessarily that he's not that good. He wasn't even active when this was happening. He wasn't responding, so they already knew to give me the dub. And to give me the loss was like, damn. Mind you, I'm thinking in my head, that, hey, I gotta be careful, because if I lose another game, Buddy could take the conference from me. Because that's how I'm thinking. I'm thinking like, bruh, Buddy right next to me that I'm playing in the game that y'all will see coming on soon with, like, in the Raiders franchise. Like, bruh, I could lose the division, not necessarily the division, but the conference. I won't get the 1 seed, so I won't get the bye to the playoffs. That's what I'm thinking. So now I'm pissed. Like, bruh, why would y'all do that knowing so much is on the line? They like, oh, because the commissioner like, oh, my bad, bro, I didn't even know that happened. So it's like, I can't do anything about it. They can't go back and change it. So it's like, every game from when that happened, I made sure every game I had a sim game to text them every time the people didn't show up. Hey, bro, this guy ain't ready to play this and that. Look at the sim time. He not ready to play. He not here. He not responding. So I made sure every time since that's happened to make sure they gave me the dub. Because I was cautious of what they may do if they sim the game. Mind you, it was addressed that, hey, y'all supposed to get the win, and they didn't give me the win. So it's like, either Buddy got a problem with me, or I don't know. So knowing it was him, talking, is like, bro, you must have a problem with me. Because the way he was talking, he texted what he said pretty quick, but it was very long. So in my head, it's like, Buddy got a problem with me. So I'm like, you got a problem, talk it out. Because we all know, no matter what you say, it's never going to get personal, because he's not about it. And I'm going to say that right now. He's not going to get that deep with it. But it's the simple fact of, you said what you said, and it's like, bruh, I come on time, I play my game when I need to play it, I only shit talk when niggas say the shit talking first, and I do what I do. Because as soon as my game is done, I get off of Madden. Mind you, I'm only playing Madden for the franchise games. I'm not playing Madden every game 24/7 every day. I'm barely on the game like that. So when I'm on the game, I'm either on my team, and then when I have to play my franchise game, I'm on my franchise game. So it's like, I'm not playing it for that long. I'm done with playing MUT, so I'm not on MUT no more. So then, when that happened, I'm like, bro, what? Like, you tripping, bro? You can't say nothing about me, because I'm always doing what I gotta do. I'm always on time, and like, you can't say I'm not there for the games. I'm always responding when I gotta respond to. So I'm like, bro, I'm pissed. I'm like, bro, what you mean? And then I'm like, you getting mad at me because you ain't do your job right as a commissioner to put the players that's supposed to be on the team. So then he's like, bro, we didn't make the roster, this, that, and the third. So I'm like, okay, so you still have a problem with me asking for you to add players in this and, just put them on the team. I'm not even telling you to make them good. So then he made the example of like, so was Chad Johnson good when he was on the Dolphins? I said, bruh, I didn't tell him to like make him that high overall. He gave me that. So then we found out a little bit after the game that he posted his thing on Twitch, and my boys was watching it and telling me like, yo, he said that you asked for a 99 Chad. In my head, I'm like, okay, this is where you got it wrong. So either you push that narrative to say that's what I asked for, or somebody's lying to you. Because I got the DMs, it's nothing for me to show, but in my head it's like, bro, it's not a big deal for me. But at the same time, they gotta understand that shit kind of set a flame. Like, this shit is now set personal, because every game from now on that I'm going to play, I am going to whoop everybody's ass, and I'm letting everybody in this franchise know it is personal because what he just did. I'm finna put the Michael Jordan meme on everybody from now on when I play. This just got personal. So with this being how it is now, it's like, I don't care. I'm coming every game, and I don't even think I play him, but whenever I play him, I'm going to whoop his ass. But mind you, out of the three, I think I'm in 6 total franchises. Out of the 3, these 2 are commissioners in. I've only lost 1 game. And the one game I lost, I think it is to him, I'm not sure. But that loss, when y'all go see that gameplay, when y'all see that, y'all will realize how I lost. And the crazy thing is, I only lost by less than a touchdown. I don't remember exactly how much I lost by, but it was less than a touchdown. And he barely beat me. And he know why he beat me, because I was lagging. But yet, I never made a complaint and saying, bro, I'm lagging, this, that, and the third. Because I wasn't complaining about it, because you know why? Where I'm at in that franchise, he's nowhere near me. In the sense of seeding, this, that, and the third, where I'm at right now compared to where I was before. Even with that loss, I was, I believe 6-1, something and 1. So now I lost another game due to the forced loss. So in my head, it's like, I'm not tripping because I know he's not better than me. It was never a fear thing with him. But now with what he just said and what he just did, I'm going to put fear in these niggas and make sure that's never going to happen again. Because what he said made it seem so personal, because it felt like he been had that on his chest and he wanted to Ben say that. So with him doing what he just did, I hope he knows every single time I play Madden from now on, I don't care who I'm playing, I'm coming to whoop y'all ass. Just because what he just did. Come on, y'all. I do not play Madden every day. I'm not on the game every day. I get on the time y'all tell me to get on the game, and I play when y'all want me to play. Other than that, I am not on this game. So just because of what he just did, everything is personal from now on. And I mean it. Because guess what? I don't believe I play him. I don't know when I'm going to be able to play him. But guess what? It doesn't really make a difference to me. Because not once have I said I'm the best player in this franchise. I don't initiate the trash talk. I always come back with the trash talk. It's never been a thing where I'm forcing it. It's always been a thing to not necessarily protect myself, but I ain't gonna let no niggas sucker me out. I'm gonna talk my talk if y'all wanna talk. But mind y'all, everybody I have played that's complained about something when something bad has happened with the game, I've always gave them multiple times to come back and play me, and guess what? They've all lost. Out of every single game I have played since I've dropped out of Ultimate Team, I've only lost once. It is very, very rare for me to lose a game a month. Super rare. So the fact that I lost, not even month, just Madden in general, the fact that I lost is kind of crazy. But again, the way I lost, y'all will see the way I lost, and y'all know the way I lost. Like I said, I was lagging, so I never really had a problem with saying that. I lost. I don't have a problem. I don't normally lose, so it's not something... Okay, I lost, but that didn't do anything for him. Because if y'all look at where I'm at, I'm looking straight from what happened, so I'm okay with it. But that loss made it very crucial, and knowing that commissioner did not give me the loss is like, damn, something must be going on. Because it's like, bro, I don't know how that happened. But I mean, I just have to air it out, like what happened, why it happened, because I honestly don't know. Like, he came like he been wanting to say that. So the fact that he said it is like, it's up now. It's not a problem with me. I mean, I'm straight. So the fact that he just let me know what's up is like, okay, I have no problem. We gonna play. So with that, it's like, I don't care. We just gonna play. We gonna do what we gonna do. But just know, every game I'm coming to whoop y'all ass. Just because of this single occasion. Mind you, I'm coming on Madden. I'm not labbing nothing. I'm not doing nothing. Mind you, since I've been playing, nobody has gotten me to use my playbook. Normally, when I'm in Madden, my playbooks are already there. But because my offense, like, I use my defensive playbook, but my offensive playbook it's been lagging me out of games. Not lagging me, but it's been glitching out the game to where my players won't come on the field. So I stopped using my playbook. I gotta fix it, but I don't know what's wrong with it. When I get that fixed, nobody has never really got me out of my scheme. That's the sad part. For somebody to call me trash constantly, and I haven't lost, that's my problem. It's like, you say I'm trash, we play, you lose. The one player I have not played against yet that I said I was going to play, but I didn't want to force the trash talk. I wanted to see how far he was going to meet me in the Raiders franchise, was the Saints. He ended up talking. He said what he had to say, but yet I haven't played him yet. by the way it's looking, there's a chance we might play. And the only way we will play is if he makes it to the Super Bowl. Me knowing me, I'm going to make it. And when y'all see in the future videos, there's a chance I did make it or there's a chance I didn't make it. But the only way we would play is if we both meet in the Super Bowl. Because we were supposed to then play like head to head, but I said, nah, I'm gonna chill. I'm not gonna put that on him. I'm just gonna play when, if he's about that, we're gonna play in the Super Bowl. So everything's set, everything's ready to go. So in my head is like, let's go. I'm ready. It's whatever. But for him to say what he said is crazy, because they telling me on his stream, he said I wanted these guys to be 99 overalls. That wasn't the thing. I just wanted them on the roster. Because what was the rosters that I seen? Seattle didn't have Jerry Rice or Brandon Marshall. The Titans didn't have Brandon Marshall. Not Brandon Marshall. They didn't have Randy Moss. There's a bunch of players on multiple teams that's not on there. So it's like, for y'all to make this league, if y'all have problems for a couple people to ask for certain players, it's like, bro, what's the problem? But then for him to say, was Chad Johnson good on it? That wasn't the point. He told me I could either get Chad Johnson or Wes Walker. So I said, why not get Chad? Chad is, he's tall. He has certain stuff I would like. But because he made him so high, why would I not accept him? So starting from now on, I'm going to release Chad Johnson, because that was the biggest complaint he had. He didn't say nothing else about any other player I had. But yet, he mentioned to bring up Drew Brees, because I believe he has the Chargers. So he said Drew Brees and somebody else. Bro, I didn't even bring them in. So if you can't win with who you got, you just trash out the game. So in my head, it's like, bruh, you're a co-commissioner. I'm not. I cannot make those decisions to add people. If you want Drew Brees on your team, you can make that decision. You're a co-commissioner. You can change that. But the fact that not only did I not even say anything to you, you came all the way out your way to even mention something, it showed he had a problem with what I said, or he had a problem with me. So starting from now on, I'm not going to say nothing but what time you want to play, when do you want to play, force win, force loss. Other than that, y'all not going to hear a word from me in that Discord. And it's not even really like I'm being the bigger man or nothing. It's just, for what he said and when he said it, how he said it, it's like, bruh, I come on time, play the game when I need to play it, I do everything I need to do. So the fact that he even said that in my head, it's like, buddy is really tripping. And he better pray I don't play him. Because the day I play him, boy, he better come with his A game. He better make sure he got top tier internet. He better make sure ain't nobody in his ear. He better make sure he not even streaming. Because I don't want to hear no latency, no lag, no delay, no nothing. Because I'm coming to put 40 bombs on everybody I play from now on. Everybody getting a 40 bomb. I promise you I'm playing my ass off when I play these games on. Because, mind you, now that we in the third quarter, this is kind of around the time when I was playing for real. Because at the point, I just put my phone down. As you can see, I was putting timeouts, trying to text him back, this, that, and the third. Bruh, from now, I was like straight up playing for real. Like, I went into my whole thing. As you can see, y'all never see me at 3-4 odd. Like, come on, bruh. But I'm not even tripping. The point of this video was like, I had to address what I had, like what happened. Because again, I ain't no sucker, bruh. It ain't never. I'm never gonna duck no smoke. If you want to play me, we can play. The only reason I didn't address the Saints guy yet is because if he really about it, if he say who he said he is, we gonna meet in the Super Bowl. That's if he makes it. That's if I make it. But again, I already know what happens in the sense of like, if I didn't make it, if I did make it, or if he gonna make it. Y'all haven't seen that yet, so I don't know what's gonna happen. If we end up playing head to head, y'all see that video if I post it, if I don't. But again, for him to say what he said, like it was a problem, knowing you asked people to join the franchise, and I made sure I joined it late for a very reason, to make sure nobody had a problem with me picking a team. And to know you're the only person to change these things and have a problem with it. And I promise you, if I check the Discord right now and I'm not the only one, it's like he had a problem with me. And again, this ain't gonna get personal because he's not like that. I promise you he not. Because if he really was, it'll get crazy. And I promise you he's not. He's not like that. So it's not gonna even get personal. But the fact is, like, he came with such like aggression. Like he really had something to say. It's like, all right, bro, I'm not gonna say nothing. Whenever it's time to play, it's time to play. Just know I'm only here when it's time to play. Other than that, y'all not gonna hear nothing from me. The only time, and mind y'all, these niggas watch the videos. It's not like they don't watch it. And the crazy thing is, y'all probably be like, why would you post them? I want them to see this. Because the crazy thing is, when I first joined the thing, everybody like, bro, you running glitch plays, this, that, and the third. Nobody can stop you. Y'all see what I do every down of the franchise, and y'all still can't beat me. That's what's crazy. And the one guy that beat me didn't even do nothing special. I was just lagging. But again, y'all will see that video. It's not like, bro, I was getting beaten, I couldn't stop him, or he had an uncontrollable defense. Like, I just couldn't do what I wanted to do. And mind y'all, as y'all will see, there's certain throws I couldn't make with Dan Marino because his release. But it's just the small stuff that works with my play. But that's why I decided to use the Miami Dolphins still with this franchise. Because for a second, I honestly was going to go to Carolina. But something said the release thing, I do not know if it can change it because it wasn't in the rule thing. And I made sure to put that. And then later on, once the game was over, we end up finding the text message where I said it. And they like, damn, bruh, all over for a release. It's like, bruh, that's the reason I picked the team. If you have a problem with that, then bruh, don't make the league. Don't ask me to join the league. Y'all specifically asked if you interested, join the league. Y'all sent the thing, and I'm like, okay, I'm straight. But if you have a problem doing something only you can do it, then it's like, bruh, why are you a commissioner? Ask somebody else for help. It's at least, not even at least, there's 32 people in the franchise. Even if there's not, there's more than enough help for you to say, okay, add 2 more people to this commissioner list so we can get help. The fact that you're not asking for it is the problem. That's why it's so hard for y'all. There's only 2 of y'all leading a 32-team league. Even if it's not 32, the whole point is y'all not asking nobody for help. So if it's just y'all 2, if somebody tell y'all to switch something and you can't switch it, that's your problem. You decided to be a 2-man army, not nobody else. And they making it seem, well, not them. He made it seem like, oh, I'm the only person saying to make these changes. Mind you, I didn't tell them to switch nothing with overalls. I just said I wanted them to be on the team. I got the receipts to prove it. So, again, I don't know if he was being lied to or not. I don't care. But the point was, it's time to put some respect on my name. I had to drop this video because I had to let it be known. I didn't care. I just had to do it. And it's about time. It's about damn time. No LeBron James. It's about damn time because I was just tired of it. Because, mind you, the only time I talk in the damn Discord is when niggas talk shit or when it's time to play. What time do you want to play? When do you want to play? How do you want to play? This, that, and the third. Other than that, I do not talk. So, from now on, that's how it's going to be. And with me not talking unless it's time to play. No more trash talking. Unless you really want to get vocal with it. And then I'm going to release Chad Johnson because he made a big deal about it. And I'm just going to put my abilities back on Mark Clayton. And guess what? I'm going to do that, release him, post every single video that I play against another man, person to person, female to female, or female to male. However it is, I do not care. Just know I'm going to show every game. I'm going back to the playoffs. Y'all better pray I don't make it to the playoffs. Y'all better pray I go like 7-9, 8-8, whatever. The whole point is if I make it to the playoffs, y'all going to be in a reckoning because I'm going to whoop everybody's ass. I can say that right now and lose the next game. Guess what? I'm coming back even better and harder. Because I promise you, y'all are going to hate me just because of what he said. And they don't even know, because guess what? They better pray I forget to fix my playbook, because if I fix my playbook before this next week start, they are in a problem. Because what they haven't realized is, in the other franchise, I got something on somebody that they really shouldn't have made me get. And because I got it, I've automatically won that franchise no matter who I play, just because I got it. So now that that's happened, I have no problem doing anything. But, I mean, other than that, I mean, I said what I had to say. So I'm probably going to let the game speak for itself. So other than that, like, comment, subscribe, and I'm out. Peace.